Get excited, folks. You have made it to Friday, albeit a rainy one at that. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Carolyn Bruck. Rain or shine, it is Friday, and we're excited. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll have your top stories. But first, yes, let's talk rain with Larry.
It is a rainy day. It's going to be on and off showers. Some of the heavier rainfall tracking moving off from the southwest to the northeast. So there's potential for some flash flooding later on today, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms. Here it is, hour by hour, noontime showers out there. I would say between about 1 and maybe 4 in the afternoon, we could see some strong thunderstorms in a couple of spots. And that rain continues right into the early evening. Check your 7-day forecast. Better weather ahead tomorrow afternoon. We've got a little bit of sunshine, upper 70s, sunny and 81 on Sunday. We start next week with warm temperatures and a chance of rain. We ended by late next week. Low temperatures drop into the 40s, highs only in the low 70s. So enjoy our weekend, Saturday and Sunday, looking okay. And that is your forecast this morning.
Larry, thanks. Turning to your 5 big stories of the day in your morning rush. A heads up for anyone planning to vote absentee in South Carolina. After much back and forth, witness signatures will in fact be required. These are on mail-in ballots in the state. The Court of Appeals reversing a ruling that said the requirement was suspended for the 2020 election. 260,000 South Carolina voters have applied for absentee ballots so far.
A new report from the CDC outlines some of the challenges contact tracers are having here in the Charlotte area. This review was conducted in June. It shows almost half of COVID-19 patients were not turning over any contacts at all. And if the workers did get contacts, they were only able to reach about a quarter of them they were trying to notify.
Governor Cooper reminding everyone to get their flu shot. His office says he's planning on getting his today. Flu season, by the way, generally starts in October, so experts say you should plan to get your flu shot in the next few weeks.
This morning, a political battle over the president's latest executive orders. In his visit to the Queen City yesterday, President Trump signed two of them, both focusing on health care. He signed an executive order that he says will protect people with pre-existing conditions and prevent surprise billing. The Biden campaign firing back after the president's attacks on the Affordable Care Act, which already had some of those protections.
I'm Tracy Potts at the U.S. Capitol. There's a formal ceremony happening here today to honor Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She will become the first woman ever to lie in state at the Capitol. For the hundreds of members of Congress who can't be in the room, they're keeping it small. They'll be escorted in groups to pay their respects throughout the morning. Former Senator and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden and his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, they'll be here as well.
Tracy, thank you. And yesterday was the last day for viewing the casket that was sitting on top of the Supreme Court steps, and thousands of people showed up to pay their respects, and they waited in really long lines. Let me show you some of the images that we're seeing on social media this morning. So long lines. The second picture you'll see is right along the East Capitol. It's stretching 5 blocks long, and it is just in one direction, that picture. President Trump and the First Lady stopped by to pay their respects. During this moment yesterday, they were welcomed not very warmly with chants of "vote him out" that could be heard on the steps of the Supreme Court. And honoring the late justice didn't stop in D.C. There was also a vigil for Ginsburg at the South Carolina Supreme Court. That's where she served before her appointment to the nation's Supreme Court. And today she will be moved to the Capitol building. Ginsburg will be the first Jewish American woman to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. We'll continue to follow the very latest and the tributes that we're seeing on social media as they come in. Guys, back to you.
I mean, she surpasses anything to do even with the Supreme Court. She's an icon for so many people, so it makes sense why the celebrations of her life and her life's work continue.
Said that she wanted to be an opera star at one
which
point,
is great.
But she became a much bigger star than that through basically being a judge, which is cool.
And being herself.
Yeah, for sure. All right, time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. Today, the former justice will lie in state at the Capitol building, as we've mentioned. She's the first woman to ever have this particular honor, this one. But another trailblazing female, had a similar honor when she passed away.
The late Ruth Bader Ginsburg is actually not the first woman to lie in the Capitol building after her death, but she's still making history. Let's connect the dots. Less than 40 people have been honored by lying in the U.S. Capitol. Only 4 of those have been civilians, including the first woman, civil rights icon Rosa Parks. Because she wasn't part of the government or military, she was allowed to lie in honor at the Capitol Rotunda. The biggest difference between lying in honor and lying in state is the guard that accompanies the casket. For civilians, that duty belongs to the Capitol Police. But Ginsburg, as a member of the Supreme Court, will get a military guard and the distinction of being the first woman to lie in state. And that is connecting the dots.
Now to some stories to keep you and your family safe and sound today. Forget tall, dark, and handsome. It turns out women may prefer small, lightweight, and compact.
Oh.
It's not what you think. A new study found women would rather spend time on their phones than with their partners. Researchers even found that half of women keep tabs on social media during their honeymoon.
I'm not sure guys are much better, but
they're not better.
yeah, exactly.
That's for sure.
But that's not what this study finds, so
No.
we won't. Horror movie fans, this really is your time to shine. Turns out your go-to genre is actually helping you get through this pandemic better than the rest of us. That's right. Horror movies can help make you more mentally tough. And watching scary stuff in a safe setting actually helps you process what are sometimes difficult emotions. Let us know, are you a fan of scary movies? If so, what's your go-to?
I'm not.
Use the hashtag WakeUpCLT. What is that group of movies that came out just in the, like, Annabelle is one of them.
No way.
The Conjuring.
There's no way I will watch those. Have you seen them?
Of course.
Are they as frightening as they look? I can't even look at the picture of them, like advertising the movie.
So I love that feeling. I don't know what that says about me. I love that feeling of like the startling, and I mean, I'll watch with be like, look it through my eyes.
That's so weird because I hate it. I hate that feeling. And I will close my eyes through the whole thing. By the way, Walter tweeted us and said that his favorite scary movie is Jeepers Creepers. Have you seen that one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
I know, it's an old school one, I think. And it might be worth a look.
Why not? Hey, this weekend, today, it's raining outside. Make sure you join us every weekday morning, 4:30 a.m. on Wake Up Charlotte. We'll see you back here Monday.
Have a great weekend.